any grease gun. It works up to 10,000 psi, so no matter if you're using a cordless grease gun or a manual grease gun, no matter how much pressure it puts out, the lock and lube grease coupler is going to grab onto those grease fittings, it's not going to leak, and it's not going to pop off. This means that you have both your hands free to operate the grease gun, and you don't have to worry that grease is going in, not on your machine. The lock and lube grease coupler is compatible with any grease gun. In order to install the coupler, simply take your existing coupler and unscrew it, which may require some pliers if it's on there tightly. Grab your lock and lube grease coupler and simply thread it on. You can use some thread tape if you'd like. Screw that on. The flat edges there are perfect for a wrench. Tighten it up, and it's as simple as that. Now you're ready to grease with your existing grease gun and the lock and lube grease coupler. In order to attach the lock and lube grease coupler, you simply push down the thumb lever, and then the jaws fit over the top of the Zerk fitting. Once it's on there, it doesn't leak and it doesn't pop off. Even if I pull as hard as I can, that coupler does not move. When I'm done greasing, simply push down the thumb lever and pulls right off. Now if you have a grease fitting that's recessed in a hole or behind a shield, you can grab onto that Zerk, let go, and you know that the grease is going in, not on your machine. When you're done, push down the thumb lever, and even at pressures of up to 10,000 psi, the coupler will release from those fittings, and you don't have to worry about cracking it off to the side. It pulls straight back. In order to release the lock and lube grease coupler from a grease fitting, all you have to do is push down the thumb lever and simply pull it straight back. Unlike your traditional grease coupler, where you may have to crack it off to the side and fight with it if it's in a recessed or deeply set back fitting, with the lock and lube coupler, push down and it pulls right off. And now we'll demonstrate getting the grease coupler up to pressure and then disconnecting from this grease fitting at 10,000 psi. We've got the lock and lube coupler hooked up to our 20 volt cordless grease gun, and we're going to connect it now. You'll notice that this is a closed system, so when we do disconnect it, all the back pressure from the grease hose and inside our gauge is going to come out and create a wad of grease. The purpose here is to show you that even at 10,000 psi, the coupler does not leak and it does not pop off, and it's also easy to remove the coupler even at that extreme pressure. There we go, 10,000 psi. There are no leaks. The coupler is not popping off, and it's working exactly as it should. And now to remove it, I simply push down on the thumb lever, and off it comes. Even on recessed grease fittings, the lock and lube grease coupler is easily going to grab onto that fitting, and once it's on, you can feel that it's tight and it's not going to pop off. We'll put a few pumps of grease in there, and there we go. When I'm done, pull it back. Easy, no mess at all.
Today, we're going to go over how to properly load a grease gun. First, take the gun in your hands and rotate the barrel counterclockwise to unscrew it from the head. Then put the head down, and we'll get back to that later. Next, you're going to pull the follower rod all the way back and make sure that it's securely snug so that the follower and plunger are all the way back into the barrel. Next is the grease cartridge. Here's the plastic side and here's the cap side. You want to always make sure that you're storing your grease cartridge cap side down so that gravity does not create air bubbles. Next, we'll take the cap off, put that open side into the barrel, and make sure it's securely fit down there. Go ahead and pop the top, and sometimes you'll have grease onto the cap and you want to make sure you get that into the barrel. Next, you want to screw the barrel back onto the head of the grease gun. Make sure that the threading is correct because you don't want to cross thread. You want to ensure it's securely fit and then move it back about half a turn so you can let out air. Here is the air bleeder valve that you'll be pushing while you're letting the follower rod go back into the gun. Go ahead and engage the follower rod so that it starts moving back up into the barrel while pushing the air bleeder valve. Sometimes you'll have to push the T-handle and give it a little bit of a spin so that it ensures pushing all the way through. Now that it's all the way through, you want to tighten the barrel all the way, go ahead and take your protective cap off. Start giving it a few pumps. And once it's primed, you're ready to lubricate. That's how you properly load a grease gun.
If you're interested in buying one of these products, links to all the products mentioned in this video are in the description down below. If you like and found this video helpful, don't forget to give a like, comment and subscribe. Thank you for watching.